Welcome to Guided Globe online classes. Topic we are going to discuss is idioms and phrases. Phrase. What is a phrase? It will not have subject-verb combination. Sentence will not give a complete meaning. Whereas a clause, clause, clause means subject verb combination will be there. What is idioms? Idioms means a collection of sentences, individually collection of words. Individually it will give different meaning, but meaning of that idioms will be totally different. We will see some examples also. So that you can easily understand. Getting a taste of your own medicine. This is an idiom. Idioms and phrases. Getting, taste, medicine. Individually meaning is different. That is as if medicine has got some good taste. It is referring to the taste of the medicine, not like that. That is individually. If you separate, it will give different meaning. But actual meaning for that phrase is being treated the same unpleasant way you have treated others. That is, if X had treated somebody in an unpleasant way, unpleasant, U-N-P-L-E-A-S-A-N-T, unpleasant. What is pleasant? Unpleasant, unhappy. You can put sad also. Worst way you have treated others. The way in which one person has treated in a bad manner, he will get the same treatment from others. That is the meaning of this one. Getting a taste of your own medicine. What you sow, you will reap. Okay? In the field, if I had cultivated the crop of wheat, what I will get? I will get wheat only. If I had put rice, I will get rice only. What you sow, you will reap. It is almost giving the same meaning. But here, positive is also there. If I had created bad habits, then I will have bad effects. So, getting a taste of your own medicine means being treated the same unpleasant way you have treated others. Giving someone the cold shoulder. Always remember, warm welcome. W-A-R-M, warm. Warm welcome means good treatment. That is, you are welcomed in a happy way. Cold welcome. Cold welcome means it is not a good situation. That means you are ignored. When I attended the function, they gave me a cold welcome. That means they did not welcome me properly. They ignored me. That is the meaning. Cold. It is not a good sign. Remember. Okay. Giving someone the cold shoulder. To ignore someone. I-G-N-O-R-E. Ignore. What is that one? Neglect. These are all same meaning. Neglect. Whenever you are going through idioms and phrases, try to learn more and more and more vocabulary. Vocabulary will help you in solving the problems, questions related to synonyms, antonyms, close test, fill in the blanks, etc. The last straw, S-T-R-A-W, straw. What is straw? Cow, buffalo eat this one straw. It is the outcome of paddy. That is straw. It will be dry. Cows, buffaloes eat this one straw. The last straw. That means the final source of irritation. What is irritation? Torturing. Final source of irritation for someone to finally lose patience. That is, a person will have patience if he is go on be tortured, if he is go on be irritated, he was spoken in an ill way, he will lose patience. Up to the level talking. That is final source of irritation for someone to finally lose patience. Next, the elephant in the room. Suppose a room is dark. Imagine it is a big room. If a small ant is there, A-N-T, it may be visible or may not be visible, right? Small ant or a small fly. It is lying on the floor. You may or may not notice. Whereas in a room, in a big room, suppose if an elephant is kept, as soon as you enter, what you will see? You will see the elephant. That is obviously visible. But here what is the exact meaning? A matter means content or problem that is obvious. Obviously means what? Clearly visible. Obviously, clearly visible. Great importance, but that is not discussed openly. A problem which is open but nobody discussed, that is called the elephant in the room. A matter or problem that is obvious of great importance, an important problem which is obvious, which can be seen, but it was not discussed openly. That is called the elephant in the room. Stealing. Someone thunder. Lightning and thunder while raining. You might have heard with great sound from the sky. Just like electric power. Thunder. T-H-U-N-D-R. Stealing. What is stealing? Taking somebody's property without his knowledge. Stealing. Thief. He had stolen. That means he is a thief. Stealing someone thunder. Taking credit. Credit has got two meanings. One is loan. Okay. Credit card we are selling. Credit means worthiness. Okay, worthiness is credit worthy. That is good. Good caliber. Credit means good caliber. That is also, he is credit worthy, not only in financial terms. He can be relied upon. A reliable person. That is called credit. Credit is, in banks they use the word credit for loans. Housing loan, vehicle loan, credit card, etc. Now here, taking credit for someone else's achievements. That is, somebody achieved. But this person is taking as if he had done that achievement. Achievement. What is achievement? Spelling. ACHIEVEMENT. Achievement. Outstanding performance. A did outstanding performance. B says that he had done all these achievement. Then this is called stealing A's thunder. Someone thunder. Is it clear? Always refer to www.guidedglobe.com for your competitive exams purpose, English, Maths, Psychology, etc. We teach from the core, from the examination point of view, all shortcuts, how to do it, how to make you understand clearly. You know, always guidedglobe.com. Refer. Okay. Next. Idioms and phrases. Play it by ear. EAR. What is the meaning? It means to proceed instinctively. Instinct. What is instinct? Just like intuition. Just without any idea. Almost intuition. That is, it comes from the heart spontaneously. Intuition, instinctively, that means spontaneously. E-N-E-O-U-S, spontaneously, immediately. So many meanings are there. Okay. Instinctively, what instinct? What my inner instinct says, what my inner heart says. Spontaneously, according to the circumstances and results. How to decide? Seeing the circumstances and the outcome of the circumstances to do as per the instinct. That is called play it by ear. Let us play it by ear because no one has given us any clear guidelines. Guidelines means what? What is guideline? Procedure to do some work. That is called guidelines. Reserve Bank of India guidelines. That means it will tell how an account is to be opened, what rate of interest maximum can charge. Like that it will give guidelines. Let us play it by ear because what instinct it says, let us do it because so far no one has given us any clear guidelines. Be up with the lark. To be out of your bed or be awake early in the morning. Lark, get up in the early. My mother will get surprised to see me up with the lark. That means what? This fellow never gets up from the bed early, never sees the sunrise. So if he gets up early, his mother will be surprised, astonished, surprised. What is the spelling? S-U-R-P-R-I-S-E-D. Another meaning, astonished. A-S-T-O-N-I-S-H-E-D. Side by side I am giving vocabulary also, 2 in 1. Vocabulary class as well as idioms and phrases. Spellings also I am telling repeatedly. Know the spelling, read the spelling, keep it in memory. So to be out of your bed, getting up early in the morning, getting up from the bed early, that is called be up with the lark. L-A-R-K, lark. Go for the juggler or be aggressive. Aggressive. What is meanings aggressive? A-G-G-R-E-S-S-I-V-E. Aggressive means forcibly or rampant, very forcibly. That is called not only force, very forcibly. He is very aggressive while driving his car. That coming back to go for the jugular, be aggressive and repressed in making an attack. Attack with force, that is go for with the full force and attack. It means to criticize someone unkindly. Unkindly. That is inhumane. Humiliate, irritate him by talking about something that can hurt those more. That is humiliation. That means what? Humiliate. That means irritate somebody. Ultimate meaning of this go for the jugular is be very forcefully, be very aggressive in attacking someone in an unkind manner so that they will be hurt. They will feel worried. They will be very sad. Lawyer, usage. The lawyer in the court, this is example. The lawyer in the court went for the jugular of the victim. Victim. Who is the victim? Affected person. Affected persons. Victims of cyclone. That means what? Cyclone devastated families of lakhs. Victim. V-I-C-T-I-M. Affected person. To prove that suspected charges were wrong. That is, he went very forcibly and then argued. Stir up a harnessed nest. Nest means what? Where birds stay. Okay, we stay in home. Nest means where birds stay. That is, normally they build a nest in trees. Okay. Stir up the glass. Suppose a glass of milk, stir up with the sugar. That means what? Put a teaspoon in it and then mix it very forcibly. That is stir up. Stir up a harnessed nest. That means to create lot of trouble. What happens? Mixing milk is good. But a bird has a framed nest to live with its kids. But we are stirring it means what? We are removing the nest. That means where birds will go, that birds will be in trouble. That means stir up a harnessed nest. It means create a lot of trouble. By speaking ill about the victim, he stirred up harnessed nest so that he will be in trouble. Come hell. What is hell? Opposite of heaven. H-E, hell. Opposite of heaven. It is a belief that those who do good virtues will go to heaven. Those who have done ill deeds, those who are telling lies, those who are stealing, they will go to hell. Come hell or high water. Possible obstacles. What is obstacle? Interruptions. O-B-S-T-A-C-L-E-S. Obstacles. That means disturbances. Interruptions. These are all called what? Obstacles. While studying in my classroom, the power went off. That means what? That is an obstacle for my study. Come hell or high water means possible obstacles in your path that will not stop you. That means what? Whatever, even if power goes off, I will study for the exam. That is called come hell. What? Let anything come. I will not give up my studies. That is come hell or high water means possible obstacles in your path that will not stop. That is, obstacles cannot stop my performance. You have decided to come hell or high water to become an engineer. Okay. I belong to a poor family. My parents could not afford to pay capitation fees. So I study well. I want to get admission by means of merit itself. So, come hell or high water, I will become an engineer. Whatever obstacles it come, I will not bother. There is a meaning. Make a beeline for something or someone. It means to head straight towards something or someone. It is very clear. Self-explanatory. To head straight towards something. To make a beeline for hostess was an old custom in Europe before meeting anyone else. Okay. That is, in Europe countries, if two persons meet, they will just keep the head straight away. Just like we are saying hello, namaskar, we are telling no, that is a procedure. To make a beeline for hostess. That means keep the head straight towards something or somebody. It may be an article or it may be some persons. Cry over spilt milk. Suppose you are having a glass of milk, it is poured. Is there any use? Can we collect the milk and then drink? We cannot. It is waste. Is there any use? Waste. Meaning, it means to complain about failure or loss from the past. Complaining about the failure or the loss incurred from the past. That is called cry over spilt milk. There is no use of, example, usage. There is no use of crying over spilt milk after failing in an exam. Instead, you have to be more careful in the next attempt. That means what? Study well. Without studying, after failure, simply telling that I have failed, there is no use. There is no use of crying over spilt milk. Don't talk about failure in future or loss from the past. Bury the hatchet. Bury the hatchet. End the conflict. What is the conflict? C-O-N-F-L-I-C-T. Conflict. That means dispute. Conflict means disputes, disagreements. Okay. End the conflict and become friends again. Bury the hatchet. Whatever ill feelings you are having towards your friend, and leave it and become friends. When will both of you bury the hatchet and become friends? That is, two friends are having some disputes. They treat each other as enemy. That is, you forget the past bitterness. Forget past bitterness, unpleasant things, and become friends. This is called bury the hatchet. Vote with one's feet. Suppose vote with one's feet. That means what? Half-minded. Normally we stand on what? 2 feet. That is, we are comfortable. 1 feet. Just like a cat on the wall. It shows that you do not support something. Just I am standing on 1 feet. That means I do not support, support. People will vote with one's feet after agreeing with laborer management. Laborer management. They do not support with the labor management. Lay off. The company is giving lay off. That means what? Especially during Corona period. Since March 2020, you might have read in newspapers, many small scale industries and IT companies, they gave layoff to its employees. Because there is no productivity, they are unable to offer salary to its employee. Hence they dismiss. Laying off means dismissal from jobs. Dismissal. Don't come for job from tomorrow. No salary to you. Director is laying off many employees for the loss to the company due to their irresponsible behavior. Because some employees behaved very irresponsibly, hence the company incurred loss. So the director is laying off, dismissal from jobs. Went to the winds, that is mixed with wind, means what? It will not stay with you. It will go away. Suppose anything, let us say any fragrance, it is mixed with wind. Will it always be with you? No. It will go on, pass one by one. After a few minutes, it will not be with you. To be utterly lost. Went to the winds, that is gone forever. Gone forever. I went to the winds when I saw the beauty of nature. Here, he is giving appreciation. Utterly lost. That means I forgot myself. This is just like a poem. What is the advantages of seeing natural beauty? We forget our worries. We forget ourselves. We forget our age. When I saw the beauty of the nature, everything is lost. Lost means here not in the negative means. I have forgotten myself. All my worries are lost. We take it like that. Went to the winds, to be utterly lost. The green-eyed monster. I told you green. Green means always jealousy, envy. That is Jealousy. Jealousy. Result of which what happened? You envy your neighbors. Used as a way of talking about jealousy. Green-eyed monster. Who is a monster? Monster is just like a saint. Like a saint who has denounced everything. Shakespeare called it the green-eyed monster, and once it gets a hold of your relationship, it sinks its teeth in and can rip it apart. This is the poetic verse. Standoffish. Standoffish meaning indifferent. What is indifferent? Not normal. When I went to my friend's home, he treated me indifferently. That is, he did not treat me normally. He showed a different face. That is called standoffish, indifferent. 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 She is extremely, this is an example, you say. She is extremely standoffish and will only come around once every couple of days. That is, she will not come regularly. Once in 2 days or 3 days. Couple of days means what? Occasionally. She will come. Talking through a hat. Okay, hat is what? Hat means cap actually. What is hat? Hat is cap we tell, right? Wearing on our head. But we talking through mouth, that is correct. Because how we talk through mouth. Talking hat means what? Talking nonsense, stupidity. Talking through hat means talking stupidity. Usage. Nothing of what he said made sense. That is, he might have told something. He was talking through his hat. That means whatever that fellow spoke, that was completely nonsense. It did not have any valid meaning at all. This is the meaning of talking through hat. At one's wit's end. At one's wit's end. Puzzled. Meaning confused. You know the meaning for confusion. Remember, whether confused or perplexed. The problem you gave me is very perplexing. That means what? Not easy to solve. It is confusing. Puzzled. What is a puzzled? You have to find out the answer from a group of statements, from the statements. We have to apply our knowledge and then come to a solution. Perplexed, confused. That means at one's wit's end. This has got 3 meanings. Puzzled, confused, perplexed. All are one and the same almost. Usage. Shaila is at one's wit's end about her career after 12th grade. This happens to many students. After 12th standard, what to do? Whether to go for BSc or engineering or start a business. Very confusing. What decision take? Puzzled, perplexed. Sheila was perplexed about her career after 12th grade. This is the meaning there. To heels. Where is our heels? You might have heard heels, chappals, heels, shoes. That is at the foot, the bottom of our foot. Heel shoes, high heel shoes, high heel chappals. Heel means run away in fear. Run away, especially in fear. Especially in fear. The thief took to his heels when he saw a policeman running towards him. That is, as soon as he saw the policeman, the thief took to his heels. That means the thief ran away in fear, afraid, fear. So, meaning, took to heels, run in fear. Take with a grain of salt. What is a grain? A pinch. A pinch, a small, a pinch of salt. We say no, a small spoon, just a pinch, very small quantity. take with a grain of salt, Grain. What is the meaning? To listen to something with considerable doubt. That means whatever one says, another will not believe so easily. The teacher gave some statements, the student had the doubt whether the statements are correct. You say, Sunita is very good at quant. What is quant? Quantitative aptitude. That is they have given us here. Quantitative aptitude, mathematics. But when she was watching a teacher's video, she was taking it with a grain of salt. When she was taking it with a grain of salt. That is, the student had the doubt whether the teacher taught properly or not. Take with a grain of salt. To listen to something with considerable doubt. Okay.